This reformer workout brings major PMS relief. Are you bloated, irritable, crampy, feel like you want to become one with the couch? Me too. I have PMDD, otherwise known as PMS's evil big sister, and I know a lot of you who menstruate are probably feeling similarly on certain days of the month. So today we're going to do a full reformer workout for those days when you are really feeling the impact of your cycle. That said, if you don't have PMS, you can still do this workout, so don't click away. It's also a good option for days where you are just tired and want a feel-good session. So when you're ready, let's load on 3 heavy springs and 1 light spring. Your headrest can be down. But before we get started, please subscribe. I post new workouts all the time, including other feel-good workouts like this. So I hope to see you there. All right, first we will start with a very simple child's pose. Come to kneeling on your machine. Your feet can go onto the headrest. Your knees can be together or wide. Place your arms over the foot bar or down on the sandpaper. We're just gonna let our shoulders relax. Let the chest come down toward the mat. Take a big breath in. Try to inhale into your back and into the sides of your ribs. Exhale. Let it all release. Take a big breath in through your nose. See if rather than breathing into the belly, you can expand up into your back and out toward the sides. Exhale. Feel any tension melt away as you breathe out. Let's take one more big breath in. This time, if you're feeling any tension in that low back area, which I know is so common, let's breathe into that space. And exhale. Feel it melt away. Now we'll try breathing into the belly. Big breath in. See if you can expand through the abdomen. And exhale, let it go. Big breath in. Once again, expanding the belly. And exhale. Let it go. We're going to slowly, carefully roll up to sitting. Come to lying down on your machine. We'll start with the headrest down. Feet will come to the outer corners of the foot bar. And we'll start pressing the arches or the heels into the outer corners. You can let your spine come to a neutral position so the tailbone is really nice and heavy. We're just going to start sending the knees over to the right side. Eyes go toward the left. Find a nice little spine twist here if you have any tension in that low back. Breathing into that space. And as you exhale, once again, see if you can let it melt away and also feel any connection come into your lower abdominals as you take that big breath out. Let's do it again. And big exhale out. As you're exhaling, bring the knees back to center. Use your lower abdominals to take them there. Now the knees are going to go over to the left. Gaze goes to the right. We'll take a big breath in. Once again, feeling the air fill into that back space. Exhale, feel any tightness start to relax and release. Once again, big breath in. Breathing into those tight spots. And back to your starting position. We'll windshield wiper the knees side to side, feeling the internal obliques, those low abdominal muscles right around your hip bone, kind of curving over, surrounding the top side, and also coming right around toward that central line, as well as your deep core, your transverse abdominis, controlling the movement. We want to feel that support here while also feeling this freeing of the hip flexors, which can get really tight at certain times of our cycle. Always coming back to your breath, especially if you're having any cramping or any tenderness. Good. So now we'll bring the feet back to that wide stance, arms down by your sides. We'll move into some gentle footwork. Flexing the feet gently, we're going to take a big breath in. Exhale. Like you're blowing out through a straw. Extend your legs out, bend your knees. Inhale, bring the carriage back to your starting point. Exhale, slow and steady, and bring it back in. So we're taking this really smoothly, definitely not trying to pump out any reps. Today is not the day. You don't need to win any medals. We'll take 2 more after this. As we come in each time, we're always trying to resist that return of the spring. So we're really pushing the feet into the foot bar, feeling the feedback of the foot bar into the arches as those springs want to carry us home. Good. Now we're going to start our leg circles or hip circles. We're going to bring the knees together, press the carriage away, bring the knees face out and come back in. Again, knees together, turn out at the top, and come in. 2 more, slow and steady. So we want this to be smooth. We don't want to hit any jerky points or try to grip through the hip flexors. We really want to make this just like a greasing of the gears, so to speak. Now let's reverse. We'll be turned out as we go out. Bring the knees together as you come in. Once again, always trying to connect to the lower abdomen, those low abs as we come in and out. This area in particular. And the last phase of one cycle, at least speaking from personal experience, can get very bloated, and sometimes connecting to this area can be a little tough. So that's what we're gonna work on gently today. Good. Coming all the way in, let's just windshield wiper the knees side to side. Nice, and we'll bring the feet to the foot bar, arches on the bar, hip distance apart. Just sort of gently wrap the toes forward and the heels under without gripping the soles of the feet. Press out and bring it in. Press it out and bring it in. Really, really simple, nice and flowy, not jamming into that extension or hyperextending through the knees, just going as far as we can and smoothly extending the legs, engaging the quads at the very top and thinking about pulling the kneecaps up your leg to find that full extension. Just 3 more. And again, feeling the feedback of the bar pressing into your feet as the carriage comes home, keeping your knees tracking right along your toes and right in line with your hips. And last one. Bring it all the way in. Nice job. Hug your knees to chest. Rock them side to side. Take a big breath in, just let the air out slowly and carefully. Feet come back to the outer corners. Once again, aiming for that connection in the lower abdominal region. Arms by your side, we're going to move right into our pelvic lift. Knees wide, we're going to just lift the hips up as high as you can fit a fist under your sacrum. So not too high, not too low, just a little hover and lower down. Equal pressure in each foot. Check to make sure you have enough space under there with one of your free hands, and we lower down in between. Continuing on, still feeling like the pelvic floor is lifting gently, the hip bones are drawing towards each other, and we have that activation in these low abs. Let's take 4 more. Last 3. 2 and 1. Good. Hold here. We're going to keep the hips hovered, press the carriage away, bend your knees, bring the carriage in with control. Press away and resist the return of the carriage. We'll take 4 more. And of course, if this is hurting your back, you can always place your hips down. But before you do, maybe try giving your pelvis a little bit of a scoop under. Make sure you're not arching the back if you're feeling some discomfort there. Last one. Good. Just to add a little bit more, we're going to pulse the carriage back and forth. If you can, still holding your hips in this hover position. We'll take 4 more, just moving a few inches, maybe 10 centimeters back. Last 2 and 1. Now we press all the way out. Big exhale. Inhale, return, and lower your hips down as you close the stopper. Left foot to the foot bar. Right ankle crosses the left knee. We press away on that right knee. Find your supported figure 4 stretch. You're going to keep that pressure on your knee, not right on top, but right on the side, almost under your thigh. We're going to keep that gentle pressure there. Rock the legs side to side. Good. Other side. Right foot to the foot bar, left ankle crosses the knee. Big breath in, exhale. Press the knee away, and you can rock side to side. Very nice, okay. We'll take the ankles into our hands, going for our supported happy baby. So here, the back is on the mat. The tailbone can curl up, so the low spine is lifting and curling forward just a little bit. The goal here is to hold onto the ankles and fully release the legs into your hands, letting your arms support the weight of the legs here. So, if you can, we're going to really sink into this stretch. Almost feel like your inner thighs and the groin are just melting down into the mat underneath you. And the trick to this one is to really make sure you've got that firm hold on the legs. If you don't, you're welcome to take a scarf, wrap it around your legs, or a yoga strap, hold it here. But I find the most effective, if it works for you, is to hold onto the ankles. And again, the name of the game is just breathing into the tight spots. And as we exhale, feeling that tension melt away. Big breath in, feeling your lungs expand in every direction now. And exhale, let it come back on. We will roll over onto our sides, press up with your top hand. We'll turn around and switch on to one heavy and one light spring. Turn around, let's find our straps. We're gonna pull them forward. And once we have them in hand, we'll lift the headrest. Grabbing both straps in one hand, we're gonna turn to face forward, lie down on the back. Head goes to the headrest. Press away from the foot bar, straps on the arches of your feet, legs up to the ceiling, arms down by your sides. Nice and simple, feet and straps, one of everybody's favorites. Lowering the legs down, hinging at the hips, bringing the legs back up. So you'll probably notice a theme. A lot of the work today ties into this deep core zone or this lower ab region. Since we tend to feel very disconnected from this zone, I want to give you gentle activation. So here we're lowering and lifting the legs. We're feeling the support of the straps, but we're also trying to dial into turning these muscles on as best as we can. And if you don't feel it, you're not making that connection today, it's okay. It's not always in the cards, but that's our goal. We want to try to find it if we can. Still feeling the back of the rib cage, making contact with the mat. We'll take one more in this parallel position and bring it back up. Open the feet. We're going to draw the legs down, around, squeeze them together, and close. Bring them up. 5 more to make it 6, and bring it up. If you feel like you want to take a really wide circle, go for it. If you'd rather keep this small, if the discomfort is too much, that's also fine too. Good. Last 2. And last one. Let's reverse. Legs stay together. We're going to press down, open at the bottom, draw the legs around and squeeze together at the top. Moving with control, especially as the legs come all the way up to the ceiling. Aiming for that neutral spine. So think your tailbone is your anchor, your ribs stay down. You still have control over this abdominal region, this lower ab region. Last one. And all the way up. Pilates V, flex the feet. Lower down, frog circles, bend your knees, bring the heels toward your pelvis, knees stop about over the hips, extend your legs up. Lower down, bend your knees, extend right up. If you feel any pelvic floor discomfort, which can be common here, keep this motion a little bit higher. Don't worry about pressing down too far. Anytime we do inner thighs, the pelvic floor activation automatically goes on. So there's some opportunity for that to become overactive, especially when things are more tender and delicate. Let's take the reverse. Bend your knees, extend the legs forward, find them nice and straight, and bring the legs up to the ceiling again. Bend, press away, bring the carriage up, folding at the hips, not lifting the tailbone. Again, keep this pretty high if you feel like that lower position is just not doing it for you. Good, and again. And last one. Very good. Now let's find our butterfly stretch. Hands on the straps above the hardware, just like we did in that supported happy baby variation. We're gonna really hold the ropes with our arms. Let the weight of the legs be supported by the straps. Let your inner thighs relax and release. Find the Peter Pan stretch. Right leg extends out to the side, only as far as feels comfortable to you. Good. And bring the leg in. Let's extend the left leg out. Good. Big breath in. And draw the leg in. Extend your legs up to the ceiling. Heels right over your hips. We're going to find this hamstring stretch. And of course, it goes without saying that for many of us, what we need in our PMS period is sometimes different. Some of us need to work harder. Some of us just need to stretch and zone out and have a restorative session. So if you need more or less, I have lots of nice options in my membership where you can find a lot of good restorative and stretch sessions. So if you feel like you need that, I'll include a link at the end of this video. Good. Legs extend up to the ceiling. Now only as far out as you feel is comfortable. You're going to find your straddle stretch. If you need more support, place the ropes in your hands with your palms facing up. If you feel like you need a little more encouragement and a little deeper stretch, place your hands on top of the ropes and give them a little press down. Either way, we want to be breathing in. And as we exhale, feeling that tension release. Use your hands to bring the legs back in, and slowly and carefully we'll take the straps off of the feet, place the feet down on the foot bar, close the stopper. Let's move on. Roll onto your side and press up to come up to sitting. We'll do a little bit of side lying work before we move on to our final stretch. Lower your headrest down. You can lie down on your right side. We'll stick with that one heavy, one light. If you need a little more, you could go for 2 heavy springs. Rest your head down on the headrest. Bring your left leg up to the foot bar. Foot flat. Toes pretty close to the front of the bar. Find your neutral orientation so your hips are stacked right on top of each other. We're going to press the carriage away and bend your knee. Bring the carriage right back in. Feel the pressure of the bar going into your foot as you come all the way in. Now, if this level of flexion in your ankle is not doing it for you, come in as far as you can. You don't need to fully close the stopper. You're also welcome to move that heel a little further forward. That said, if this is fully fine for you, you can move that heel a little further back so it's right in line with your hip or as close to it as you can get. Last one, you're going to bend the knee, come halfway in, keep your bottom ribs lifted, little pulses up and down. 4 more to make it 6. 3, 2, and 1. Extend all the way out. Bend your knee, bring it all the way in. Move your foot back just a little bit once the carriage closes. Heel is on the foot bar. We're going to rotate that knee up toward the ceiling. Keep your foot flexed. Heel drives into the bar. Press the leg straight and bend your knee. Come in with control. We still want to feel a connection to the lower abs. And bring the carriage back in. Nice. Just a few more. That knee is popping today. Keeping your toes reaching forward the whole time. Last one, let's take our little pulses up and down. Big breath in. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press all the way out. Bend your knee, come all the way in. Close the stopper. We're going to rotate directly to the other side, pressing up through that top hand. rolling onto the left side of your torso. Rest your head down on your left arm. Bottom leg is bent, right foot is on the mat. And once again, we press the top hip away so we've got that light under the waist if we can. Big breath in, exhale, extend your leg long, keeping that foot flat on the bar, and return, come right in. Exhale, press the carriage away, and bend to return. Once again, feel the pressure in the bar, or in the foot, as we come all the way in, controlling that spring on the return. And really find a smooth extension on the leg. We don't want to pop into the extension. You want to use the control and the engagement of your quad. Once you find that last rep, we're going to come halfway in, little pulses up and down for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Big breath in, exhale. Go all the way out. Bend your knee, come all the way in. Very good. Close the stopper. Once you're there, heel goes to the foot bar. Rotate your knee and your hip so that you're in external rotation. You've got that bottom lift, that lift through the bottom of your rib cage. Bend and extend the leg, pressing the carriage away and bending your knee. Bring it all the way in. We still want to keep that active flex in the ankle as we bring the carriage to a close. So keep your toes reaching for your knee. Last 2. And last one. Breathing through it. Bend your knee. Bring the carriage halfway in. Check in with your waist. Make sure you're nice and stacked through the hips. Little pulses for 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Big breath in. Exhale, release, and close the stopper. When you are all the way in, let us roll onto the back. We'll take our pretzel stretch. For our pretzel, we'll cross the right leg over the left leg, grab onto your ankles, and here you can lift the sacrum, pull the legs so that the knees come toward the chest. We're going to find a nice deep glute stretch here. If it's too much, back off on the pressure on the legs. If you need more, really try to bring them as close to your torso as you can. You can also pull your leg to the left if the right leg is on top, or reverse that. If you have the left leg on top, just pull to the opposite side of the top leg toward the top ankle and bring it back to center. Let's go for the other side. For me, I have my left leg on top, holding onto the ankles, the shins, wherever you can grab. Pull your knees in toward your chest. Find whatever depth of stretch works for you. Pull the legs over to the side. Big breath in. And release. We will roll onto the side, come up slowly with control, and we'll switch to one heavy spring. We'll finish up with a nice mermaid stretch. So wrapping up with mermaid, come to our Z-sit. The right leg is up against the shoulder blocks, left leg is bent forward, left hand on the foot bar. Right arm is down by your side. Take a big breath in, reach up and over. Feel that side stretch. That top hip can not necessarily, doesn't have to be planted down on the mat, but we don't want to let it fully hike up. So try to feel a sense of opposition in that reach. The hip is reaching down, the hand is reaching up and out. Bring it all the way in. Come up to that stacked position. Big breath in. Exhale, release. Good, and return. Let's rotate over to the other side. Now, your right foot is in front. Your left leg is up against the shoulder blocks. Right hand is up against the foot bar. Left arm down by your side. Sit up nice and tall. Reach your left arm up and over. Feel that reach down in the left hip, that reach up and out of the right hand. Bring it all the way up. Big breath in. Exhale, release. And all the way to a close, and congratulations, you are all done. Now I said you didn't have to win any medals, but I think you deserve a medal for showing up today, so thank you so much. For even more relief, I always include a short cool down session right after this. I'll put a link on the screen in just a second, but first, if you have not yet checked out my membership, please do. There's a link in the description down below. I include tons of restorative sessions, feel-good options, lots of stretching, myofascial release with props, as well as workouts of all lengths, all the way up to 70 minutes. It's appropriate for all levels, and you can find the right amount of challenge and exactly the experience you need. I really recommend it. Thank you so much to my members, and as promised, click down here for a short cool down stretch. I think you'll really enjoy it. They'll give you a nice little bit of extra good feeling. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.